didn't see you. I was just singing this song to myself because I've been feeling in need of a silent night. Maybe you feel that way too. This holiday season, we remain under the clouds of COVID-19 with over 5 million deaths worldwide. There has been social unrest resulting in $1 million worth of fines for violent passengers on flights. Political polarization and the resulting gridlock leave important national needs unaddressed. And the startling side effects of all of this? Wall Street Journal reports that for the first time in our history, 100,000 fatalities occurred over the last 12 months because of drug overdoses, which is a 29% increase in deaths recorded in the same period from 1 year ago. We are a country and a world in need of faith. So how do we handle such instability, emotional turmoil, and constant uncertainty and still stay full of faith, vision, and love? To find out, I want to introduce you to a woman who will inspire us to trust God's process, to follow God's path, and to believe in God's possibilities, even in those moments when life doesn't make sense. So pull up a chair, grab a cup of hot cocoa, and let's listen together.
It's been a crazy few years. Adrenaline and exhaustion are flowing through your veins, pushing your feet up a familiar staircase to the only safe place you know. Your brain is spinning and you feel the weight of the world on your shoulders. But as you reach the top of the stairs, the soothing sounds of dishes clattering, lively conversations, and maybe even an argument or two float out an open window. The muscles in your shoulders slowly start to relax. This is family, and you are home. Everything outside is uncertain, but as you look around the room at this ragtag group of people you love, you start to think as long as we're together, we just might be okay. Your buddy Peter is over in the corner, as loud as ever.
Everyone, listen up.
Matthew and Thomas are telling old stories again.
You guys remember that one time when we were in the boat? You guys all doubted, but
And John chimes in every now and then, correcting the parts they missed.
Come on, man, that's not how it happened.
Your eyes float around the room and they land on a woman in the corner. At first glance, she blends in with everyone else. But there's something different about her. Her face is weathered by life, but clearly her spirit isn't. The corners of her mouth turn up with a smile as she chats with people around her. She listens earnestly, happy to give attention and encouragement to others without demanding any herself. But she doesn't have to, because something about her presence commands your respect without her even needing to say a word. She is the kind of person who exudes inner strength, and you feel calmer just being around her. Suddenly, she looks up and her eyes meet yours. Her gaze is filled with a fiery passion, one that you would recognize anywhere. This is Mary, the mother of Jesus. Acts 1, verse 13. Arriving there, they went into a large second-floor room to pray. Those present were Peter, John, Jacob, Andrew, Philip, Thomas, Bartholomew, Matthew, Jacob, the son of Alphaeus, Simon the Zealot, Judas, the son of Jacob, and a number of women, including Mary, Jesus' mother. His brothers were there as well. All of them were united in prayer, gripped with one passion, interceding night and day. Over the last few months, you have lost your beloved friend and teacher, Jesus. You saw him go to the cross. You saw him raised from the dead, and you just now watched him get lifted into heaven. You and your friends who have been following Jesus have seen things no one else has seen. The calling God has given you to continue what Jesus started is a big one. And to be honest, you are afraid. You're just an ordinary person. You have no idea what to do next. So as you fall to your knees to pray and wrestle with your fear and uncertainty, you can't help but look back at this woman, Jesus' mother. Though Jesus is gone, Mary's faith and vision remain. And you wonder, how did she make it this far? She has been through things you can't even imagine. She is an ordinary woman too, and yet she changed the world. Mary grew up in a world that was not made for her. She was a woman from a small village and most likely no more than 16 years old when she became pregnant with Jesus. In the world's eyes, she was unimportant. But she became important because of one small decision: to believe God. It was this small choice that changed the world. When we think of the birth of Christianity, most of us think of Jesus, as we should. But Jesus was the champion of the unseen, the overlooked, and the ordinary. He found significance in the seemingly insignificant, and Mary was one of the greatest examples of such unseen significance. How did Mary, as an everyday teenage girl, find the faith to say yes to God's unimaginable plan for her? How did she find the emotional strength to sacrifice and serve God in ways no one else could possibly see or understand? How did she stick it out till the end? Mary was called many things. She was called a young virgin, a wife, a mother. But ultimately, God defined her by her faith, like her cousin Elizabeth exclaimed in Luke 1:45. "You are blessed because you believed that the Lord would do what he said." Because she believed, Mary was able to withstand the harshest pain and experience the deepest joy. Because she believed, Jesus was able to live the life that inspired so many. Because she believed, the world was changed for good. Whether you believe or doubt, consider yourself a Christian, agnostic, or atheist, there is one young girl who will inspire you to believe in possibilities. If Mary, a very ordinary person like any of us, could take part in the impossible and trust God in the face of great uncertainty, maybe we can too. And if ordinary Mary could be chosen by God to play an extraordinary role in his plan, maybe we could be too. So if you've ever asked yourself, does God have a purpose for me? Does he really notice what I'm doing? Could my life really make a difference in the world? Then Mary's story is for you. Join us as we travel with Mary down an unworn path and learn what can happen simply because you believe. Thanks for listening to our series entitled Because She Believed, the Story of Mary. A quick note about our narrations. Our storytelling is based on the Bible, historical research, and our best guess. Only the Bible verses are the inspired word of God, and the storytelling is added to help us experience the scriptures as if we were there. If you like what you heard today, make sure to subscribe and drop us a line at podcast@deepspirituality.com.